All right, everybody, welcome back. This is Sid from Hunter and Chavy Investments, and let me turn this camera on so you folks can see me. So you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification list, so every time I upload a video, you guys can see the new latest video. If you guys are interested in saving money, be it real estate or student loans, or even doing simple things as fixing your house and fixing your cars, this is the channel for you. So go ahead and subscribe there, give me a thumbs up, like this button. So if you are interested in wholesale real estate, go hit the link below to my affiliate link, so you get 7 days of free trial on that prop stream. So, and also this car is, I bought all parts from Amazon, so you hit the link from Amazon that helps supports this channel. All right guys, let me flip this camera around. So today we got a 2007 Honda CRV. This is my wife's car. So it was leaking fluid out of the pipe heater. So this is the pipe heater. As you can see, let me get something to point with. Maybe use my finger. So this is a pipe heater all the way down there. So this is the manifold, the air intake manifold. So I guess this is pretty common, what people are saying from the talk around online and everything else. It's corroded. It basically is leaking fluids. So that's the thermostat housing down there. So I took this whole thing apart. Basically, I started off taking off the battery. So the battery was here, that's gone. The air box was there, I took that off. And then the snorkel that goes to that is still there. There's the snorkel. So to start off, this was leaking antifreeze and it was dripping on the floor. I couldn't figure, I thought it was the radiator hose, that one right there. I mean the thermostat, that one right there, but it's not. Turns out I have a buddy of mine that's a mechanic. He said most of these times these cars, that pipe heater right there is the actual culprit, and it's a national back order. I actually contact Honda to see if they can do anything about it. And basically got nothing back from them. So finally it took about 2 months to order it from dealership. The dealership takes your VIN number, so you have to get it to a dealer. They I guess go priority as far as like who has the VIN number, and it's attached to this pipe heater. And I'll show you the pipe heater one I got from a local dealer in my town. So here's the pipe heater, folks. So that's what it should look like. Shiny new, no problems, no rust anywhere. Right there. So here's the air box I took out. So it will look like this coming in. Here's the air box. And the snorkel comes into there. Took out the battery. The battery's over there. There it is. And this is the air intake. So there's two parts to a car if you guys are not familiar. This is the air intake, so fresh air goes in from the air box, gets filtered, goes into the engine. That's where those air intake is. And then there's the second part, they call it a manifold exhaust, which is behind here. There's the manifold exhaust behind there. So there's a 2.2 CRV EXLX. So I took that apart. I'm gonna put it all back together now. So the tricky part to get this thing out, well, without actually, I kind of kept everything intact with the snorkel. So the only two things I took out from the snorkel here was this pipe here, as you can see, and I took the other one pipe down here, so that you can see one there. So what I did was, because this has coolant in it, I plugged it up with a nut. You guys see that I put a nut there, and also I put another nut down yonder. There it is, down here. This goes all to the snorkel. Sorry if I shake the camera. Right there. So that's actually a rusted nut that I just stuck in there just so it's not leaking coolant. So I kept most things attached. You start off by taking apart the air box here. And take the air filter air box out, and then what you can do is detach the air box where the mass sensor is, which is actually right on the air intake itself, which is somewhere here in my garage. Yeah. So I did that. What you want to do is start off taking off the battery. Battery comes out, take out the air box, And I just took these things out. This is the cowling for the car. Basically, there's tabs that hold this in. There's 3 in the back, 4 in the front. And I'll put the link below from Amazon tabs, because these are fragile. The tabs will break on you. I'll show you those tabs real quick. These tabs right here. So these are tabs, and I'll show you the link below. It comes with the tabs. It's like 20 bucks, and then it comes with the kit to take it out, the pry bar. Pretty cool. So I'll put the link below. Again, if you buy stuff from Amazon with the link that I put down below here, it supports this channel. So hopefully you guys will do that if you like what you see. So that comes out. So battery comes out, air box, snorkel, mass air sensor comes off, and then there's a plug. There's a sensor that goes to this air intake, which is connected, I want to say, to the map sensor. So disconnect that, and the map sensor is right over here. It's probably dangling down there somewhere. There it is. See it? There's the map sensor, which was attached to the manifold there. And then I'm gonna have to take off the knock sensor. See it right there? That's the knock sensor, which I'm gonna unplug. Probably don't have to unplug it because that's to connect to the starter. This is the starter, so I probably don't have to mess with that. All right, I'm gonna put it all back together. I got new parts from the dealership. I got a manifold air intake gasket. So it's recommended every time you take this stuff apart, all the gaskets are replaced. So this will get replaced. This right here, that will get replaced. And also bought a throttle battery intake, which is on this side, so it goes there. So the throttle body gasket will go there. Those are cheap, $6 at Advance Auto. I think Amazon has it too. I'll put the link below. Same thing with the air intake gasket. All right, I'll put it all back together. I'll see you guys soon. All right, folks, it's Siv again from Hunter and Chavy Investments. So I just changed the heat pipe on this 07 Honda CRV. So again, this channel is all about helping you save money, and it could be real estate, it could be mortgages, it could be student loans. Today it's gonna be cars. So it's 07 Honda CRV. Actually, it's quite common these pipes become corroded. You can see the new pipe is right down there. You can see it. Put the flashlight on there. I'll show the new pipe anyway. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe on this channel. Who knows? I might give out this. I have extra heat pipe, so I might give out extra heat pipe for anybody that's in need. You know. So if anybody can comment below and let me know what you think of my channel, and then we can get up to 5,000 subscribers or even 10. I'll give this heater pipe away, or somebody that really needs it. So I have an extra one I happen to order. So let me zoom out. Anyway, it's back there. It's a heater pipe, and it was leaking out coolant. I replaced the whole thing. So quick pro tip. I got 6 pro tips for you guys today, just because you guys are on my channel. Again, hit subscribe. Link down below for prop stream if you guys want to be checking out wholesaling. And also there's a couple tools I used in this video. It's going to help you out a lot, make your headache a little bit better rather than get. And if you click at the link from Amazon, it helps support this channel. So if you click the link below for some of these products I'm going to show you. So it's a heater pipe. So what I did was I looked at some of the video channels, and you got to take out the battery. That's number one. Take the negative off first, so take that off. Then the positive, that goes out. So this goes away. Take the air box out, the air mass sensor, take those off. So these screws come out. So the trick to this thing is, I'll grab the tool. Here's the tool. I got this from Amazon. Like I said, link below. I'll put the link below, but whatever you purchase through this link below here, it helps support the channel. So you need these 2 things. That'll help hold the hose clamp down, so that way you can take the hose clamp off easily. But here's a tool that I use. And also, when you take off the cowlings on these cars, your clip's going to break. So I got this from Amazon too, so I'll put the link below for that. Again, helps supports the channel. Just click on those links. And there's the heater pipe I might give away. So the number for that part number is 195 RTB 000. Some extra one I might give it away. So help me reach 5,000 subscribers, or make a comment below. Tell me you need, or I'd be more than happy to give it to you. Anyway, here's the tool you need. This is this type of tool. You can see that better. Good. So 2 screws to hold this down. One there, and one over there. See it? There. And then this thing, the only tricky thing to take this thing out, all you guys is put some WD-40 spray into here, and then let it soak for a little bit. And then this hook thing actually hooks this out of here and brings it up. So nice fancy hook. So that comes out. This comes off. Some of the videos that guys I watched, they took this whole thing apart, the whole snorkel air intake, but you don't need to do all that. All I did was take off one here, and I took off, let's say, clip that back in. I take off the, looks like a blow off valve here. I took that off because believe it or not, there is a screw that holds the pipe down there. See that screw right there? Right there. Right next to the plug. I'll just point to it. Right there, that one. So that's holding the heat pipe. And then the other 2 screws are this pipe right here. So air intake, and then the coolant's right behind this one. So there's only 2 pipes I took out, and then then I took off the throttle bottle. There's 4 nuts. 2 bolts, 2 nuts. All 12 millimeters, thankfully, so you don't have to interchange it. This pops right off. I do recommend getting you a new gasket for the throttle bottle and a new gasket for the air intake if you're going to do that. And you see that from the first video that how I took this apart. So that's one of the pro tips, was taking that off apart with this J hook. Beautiful. That's a good little pro tip for there. And then a second pro tip is when you're taking out the air intake on the 06 and below, these come apart. This is the latch holder for the hood, so those come apart. But for this is 07, so all I did was take off the cowling on these. That's why I told you about the clips. There's 3 clips here, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the front. So I broke them. I just replaced with those from the Amazon link that I showed you. So this comes off. All I did was I bent this upward toward this way, toward the ceiling, so that way when this comes off, the trick to another pro tip to take this out is when the air intake comes out, you want to kind of counterclockwise turn it downwards like that, and kind of then point it up this way. But as it comes this way, you're gonna have to push all this back that way. And believe it or not, I kept most of these connected, except for this air mass intake, and then you get the map sensor down here. So I took that map sensor off. Little air hose down here. This goes to the air intake. This is all cool air, so people don't always get confused. This is the air intake, so it's gonna be cool air. Exhaust outtake is back there, the manifold, so that's the hot part. So that's one of the pro tips, is gun this up. That would get your air intake out easily. And then the first one was taking that out with some lube. What else? Oh yeah, in the last video I didn't show you where the bolt that holds actually this thing, the air intake to the engine block. So I check down here. Show you that. Grab a mat so I don't get dirty. Again, this stuff you can find at Amazon. I'll put the link below. Also that one, and I might be giving that away. So who knows? Get me up to 5,000 subscribers. We'll get you there. All right. So it is way down there. So if you're down underneath the car, that is holding see it right there, the silver one right there. That's holding the bottom bolt of the air intake, and then there's, if you look straight up, that's holding the, let me get the flashlight for you, I'm sorry. Yeah. There, my friends, is the, here it is. That is also holding to the air intake up top. So you don't have to take off that sensor. See the wires right there? That it's attached to this bracket that holds the air intake in. You don't have to do that. Just take off these bolts. Well, the top one I'm looking at right now, showing you, is the bolt. And then over here is a nut. And thankfully they're all 12 millimeters. And there's the housing. So I bought a new housing. Right there. So that is a new housing, new thermostat. That was a pain in the butt, and the heater pipe is sitting right above that. And there's the knock sensor. You guys don't know what that is. It's right above the starter. That's called knock sensor. All right, let's go back up top. So another pro tip is a lot of people don't take off the mud flaps down here. I highly recommend it. It was such a pain just to keep it on there. Just take it off. Take this thing off and just be done with it. It'll give you saves more headaches. So pro tip number 3. Are we on 4? I don't know. We're on 4, I think. So that's another pro tip. Take that off. It'll save you much more headache. I said 4. I said 7, didn't I? All right, we'll find something. Now it took me about a week just because parts were backed up. It's a national back order. I talked to Honda, see if they get reimbursed. I had to rent a car just to fix this car. So maybe they could make something out of it, because this is a national problem. They should really work on this, because this car was smelling. It was of antifreeze, and it was giving me headaches. So as soon as you put everything back together, put the reverse of what you did. All I'll do is put coolant in. Right now I'm letting it prime in, so I'm letting some of the air out. So I'm burping it basically. Highly recommend using coolant from Honda, the blue ones. I don't know what the difference is, the green, but I would recommend it because I don't want to do this all over again. Okay, let's take a look at the heater pipe. So this, my friend, is the heater pipe that's broken. Now you can see it's a poor design. Let me see. It goes this way. So if you look at the engine block from the front of the car, that goes to the firewall. This goes to the housing, the thermostat housing. So you zoom in, it's very corroded. I don't know what's made out of, steel. Obviously it's not stainless steel because it's all corroded. I did, however, added the press stone. So I don't know if that did the worst job to it, because this is what you don't see on the back side. Look at all those holes. That was the problem right there. That's why I was getting headaches and that was leaking all over the place. But you couldn't see it if you were looking at it from the car from this way. So that's the trick. So for this part, this goes to the thermostat housing. So I had to break off. It's just an O-ring. It's very tight. Another pro tip, I'll go over that when I show you the thermostat housing on that one, is to put petroleum jelly. That way you can put it in with O-ring, slide it in, no problems, you know. Because I was trying to put it in without petroleum jelly. Do not do that. Just throw some petroleum, not a lot, you know, not like a clunk, just a little bit, just to get it down, and just slides right in. Another pipe that goes to the snorkel, the air intake. Now this little part is very tricky, because I was thinking, how the heck does this thing stay on? So it's actually a sandwich maneuver. So basically this is in between two pieces of metal. The one up top, I'll show you in a minute, holds the wire harness, and the one on the bottom holds another bracket. So this gets sandwiched in between, and there's a nut that holds this whole thing in. So I didn't understand how was this going to come out when I was looking at the new one. So that's the old one. So out with the old, in with the new. And there it is, folks. Brand spanking new. Look at that, shiny. All right, so pro tip number 6. Get yourself one of these. You will save yourself a lot of headache. A 1/4-inch ratchet. Yes, a 1/4-inch ratchet. Because where the thermostat housing is, it's a pain in the butt to get into. So let's take a look at that. Sorry, I'm moving around so much. It's snowing here in New England. I'm cold. Let's take a look. So this thermostat housing, I got it from, where we got this from? Yeah, Dorman. So I got this also for Amazon. I'll put the link below for that. I don't know, $30. It's ridiculously cheap. It comes with the the triangle gasket. So this is from Dorman. And there's your thermostat housing. Pretty cool. And I think they sell thermostats too, so I'll put the link below. Again, if you guys click on the link below, this helps support the channel. Let's get up to 5,000 subscribers, guys. Help me out. Alright, so the trick to this sits on the, pretend this is the motor block. It sits like that. Now, the problem is, it's so tight in there, if you put a regular 3/8 socket, it won't fit. That's why you need this 1/4" ratchet. So, pro tip number 6, as I mentioned, that way it'll fit. See how that fits snugly in there? Yeah, you'll thank me for that for later. Alright, what else? I think that's it. Did I say 7? I kept my lost count. Been working on this car too long. So, hope you enjoyed the channel. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, I may be giving away that heater pipe since I got a second one now. I happened to get it. So if you're interested in wholesaling, click on the link, my affiliate link for PropStream, and then if you click on the link for Amazon, I'll support the channel. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. Again, Sib. I'll see you next time. Alright, I did say 7. Actually, for those that stuck around long enough, I got a bonus one for you. This is pro tip number 8. So imagine this is on the engine block this way. This is the thermostat housing. So you'll find that on these, once you will take off the old one, sorry about the noise, there's an airplane coming through here. This is going to get broken, so the heat pipe actually breaks because that sits in there with the O-ring, and you basically stick a screwdriver in and just pull the whole thing off because they'll probably be rusted. But the biggest problem is there's 3 bolts holding this in, 12mm bolts, 10mm bolts. It's going to be bolted to the engine block. And the one behind here will sit in the back here. It's going to be hard to get to. So what I did was I got the 2 bolts that were easiest. Surprisingly, this one was easy. And then the one on the bottom, you could get it from the bottom of the car. Like I said, when you look from underneath, you'll see this one down here. So I took those 2 out and I started wiggling it because this thing is actually on a swivel. It's plastic. So I took a Dremel, or you can take a die grind or whatever. Kind of made a little slit here. So I just kept turning it around, cut it at every angle. Basically, it was this one bolt was so rusty it wouldn't come out, so I just kept swiveling back and forth. Be careful not to crack your engine block, obviously, but I just, cut it off, and that's another pro tip to get that rusted bolt off. Once that came off, the bolt was still stuck. I took a vice grip and just took it all off. Okay, so those for who stuck around, that's pro tip number 8. Thank you guys. Go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.